Hey everybody, Aaron Bishop here with the Bishop's Blurb. When we think of Sabbath, we often think of resting, just taking a nap, getting in your comfortable easy chair and taking it easy. But when we look at the Bible, we catch sight of another idea that's connected to the idea of Sabbath rest. We first catch sight of this in the Ten Commandments in Exodus chapter 20 and Deuteronomy 5. Exodus 20 verse 11. For in 6 days the Lord made the heaven and the earth and sea and all that is in them, and he rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. In Deuteronomy 5:14, it contains virtually the same wording. The words that's translated as rest in both of these verses is the word nuach. So when we turn to Psalm 132, we learn something about this word nuach. Psalm 132, 7 through 8. Let us go into his dwelling place. Let us worship at his footstool. Arise, O Lord, and go to your resting place, you and the ark of your might. Or Psalm 132, 13 through 14. For the Lord has chosen Zion. He has desired it for a dwelling place. This is my resting place forever. Here I will dwell, for I have desired it. In Psalm 132, King David is speaking of his desire for building a palace for God and for the Ark of the Covenant to come to rest in as his footstool. And this is described as God's resting place. Later in the psalm, it's then Zion that is God's resting place, the mountain on which the city of David rested. And we see this again throughout the Old Testament. Joshua 23:1. A long time afterward, when the Lord had given rest to Israel from all their surrounding enemies, and Joshua was old and well advanced in years. Or 2 Samuel 7:1. Now when the king had lived in his house, and the Lord had given him rest from all his surrounding enemies. 1 Kings 5:4. But now the Lord my God has given me rest on every side. There's neither adversary nor misfortune. In each of these instances and more, rest is described as having peace from the outside, sitting down to rule and to reign after every enemy has been subdued. When we turn back to Genesis 1, this is what we find occurring in the creation account. For 6 days, God subdued all of the enemies of man. Darkness and the chaotic seas were driven back. The kingdom was populated and filled with all sorts of creatures. Peace was achieved in the world of formlessness and waste. And on the seventh day, God sat on his throne and he rested from all of the work that he had done. Not in exhaustion, but as a king ruling over his kingdom, which is at peace. This is the picture of the Sabbath day that many of us miss. The Sabbath isn't just sitting around and watching TV or even listening to a teaching or going to a church. The Sabbath is about operating properly in the role that God has given us as humans. We are called to subdue the earth and to fill it. This is our task as kings over the realm that has been put into our care. We are to spend 6 days subduing the earth each week, creating and organizing within our sphere of influence. Then on the seventh day when we rest, we don't sit back in exhaustion, tired. Rather, we sit at rest from all of our enemies that seek to oppress us from outside.